Well, the spotlight will soon be theirs. New kids on the block, Ishaan and Malavika make their debut in Iranian filmmaker Majid Majidi's Beyond the Clouds. And joining me is Ishaan himself. Ishaan, yours is one of the most awaited debuts. You have two films this year. Of course, Beyond the Clouds releasing in April, and there is Dhadak with Janvi releasing in July. So what was the experience like working with someone like Majid Majidi?
It was absolutely surreal to find out that I was chosen and given the opportunity to work with somebody like him. And it only sunk in once I was selected for the part. I mean, it was surreal to find out that I'm getting an opportunity like this. But as we went on and started working on the film during pre-production and started shoot, I realized the value of it so much more. It only reassured me and reinstated my belief in the film and in this opportunity. And it was the greatest feeling, because he's a man of faith, and he makes such soulful films, and you know, his films come from life. They're very honest films, and so there was a great opportunity to learn from him as a human being, and I feel like he really did take care of me and allow me in, and you know, his biggest lesson to me really has been to prioritize being a good human being and to strive for that rather than you know.
Ishaan, do you feel Beyond the Clouds is the perfect launch pad for you to make your debut in films?
Well, I think yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for an actor to have a part like this in a film like this in their first leading role, definitely. But more than a great debut, I think it's just such a great part. It's just a film I would want to be part of at any point, at any stage in my career. Yeah, I've been somebody I've seen his cinema. I've absolutely loved it. I watch a lot of world cinema, and I love films purely for what they are and what they represent, and so I would be happy to be part of any good film, but I don't think there are many examples out there that can trump this one. I think this is quite an extraordinary opportunity for a first-time actor. Yeah.
Ishaan, you have acting in your genes. I've seen your mother perform on stage here in New Delhi. And of course, everyone knows your older brother, Shahid Kapoor. Unfair are the ways of the industry. There are bound to be comparisons. So are you geared up for that?
Gee, you're from Delhi, so you've probably seen her dancing live. I mean, I understand where people come from when they make such comparisons, especially when it's in a positive way. And the thing that I don't understand is when they pit one against the other in a competitive manner. I find that that's kind of redundant, and it's also invalid, and it sort of doesn't fit. It doesn't fall into place. They're only making that comparison because I'm his younger brother. But I understand that, and yeah, I mean, I get it when people want to do that, and yeah, I kind of expected it.
And your other film, Dhadak, which is a remake of Sairat, this one is opposite Janvi Kapoor. So how is that project coming along?
That's, I mean, we're still in the middle of production. We're still shooting the film. I'm completely immersed in it, and it's been great so far. And I'd love to tell you more about it when the time comes.
He's known to be a perfectionist, and were there workshops, because he was doing look tests for a whole lot of actors in India before he made the final casting?
We had absolutely no workshops or rehearsals for this film. It was all created on set. We did have a series of look tests, and he asked me to lose a certain amount of weight in order to look more accurate for the part, but there were no workshops. He definitely is very meticulous. He has a very strong vision, and a very vivid one, and he knows what he wants. So, but at the same time, he's very open to receiving and open to other energies, bringing other actors and other crew members, other cast members, bringing their own energy to the film. So there have been days where he's been very particular and very specific that I want you to play this scene out this way, and I want you to look, give me this much of a neck movement exactly, and look this way. And then there have been days where he completely allows you to do the scene yourself. He just leaves you alone, and that can be a little unnerving. When you know that he's so strong visioned, but at the same time he's letting you do it yourself, and then you feel a little alone. But you got to step up your game, and you've got to give him what he did not expect. So he keeps you on your toes as an actor, and that's really exciting.
And there is Ishaan's co-star Malavika Mohanan, who joins us. Malavika, you're no stranger to, films. You've done Malayalam films, and now you make your debut in Hindi cinema with Majid Majidi's Beyond the Clouds. And what was the experience like working with someone like Majid Majidi, who's known to be quite a perfectionist?
Well, I've done about 3-4 films in Malayalam, so not too many. It's not like I worked there for a very long time or, did about 10-12 films, got really established and came here. I've done some films, but I'm originally from Mumbai. I've been born, brought up, school, college. I've done everything here, so I'm a Bombay girl, even though my parents are Malayali and my roots are from Kerala. So working there was amazing. Malayalam is a wonderful industry. I have worked with some of the best actors there. It was different in terms of, it was really good to shoot in the place where I've been brought up, I speak the language really well. I've grown up here, so I speak Hindi really well. So it was very comfortable for me. And to work with Majid Majidi in Mumbai and to shoot in places like Dhobi Ghat and Versova with Majidi sir directing you, it was quite surreal, I've been a huge fan of his work, and you never really think that Majid Majidi will come to India one day and make a film here, and let alone you'll be a part of it, So the whole setting was quite surreal and so beautiful and so magical.
Malavika, do you feel that this movie is the perfect way to make your debut in Hindi films?
Yes, it's Majid Majidi, so it's a yes, yes, yes. I don't think as an actor, somebody who's passionate about acting, somebody who's passionate about their craft, I don't think you need to think even 1% about whether to say yes to it, Majidi sir's name itself is enough to, say a big yes. But apart from that, I think it's an amazing character. The script was, of course, given to me much later, like after I was cast. Only then was it shared with me. But once I went through the script and I read the character, I read about the girl, and it's such a beautiful, it's a beautiful story, and the character is so powerful. There's so much to do in terms of a performer, and I think roles like this are really hard to come by these days. And I'm so glad I got a combination of everything in the right amount, a great role, a great director, a great team. So it's quite lovely. I think it's an amazingly talented group of people. Of course, it's Majid Majidi, it's the Majid Majidi. But apart from that, there's also A.R. Rahman, there's Vishal Bharadwaj, Z's producing it, Nama Pictures. I think it's such an amazing team of people to get into Hindi cinema with, or as a matter of fact, do any cinema or any film with. So yes, it's definitely a dream debut for me, and I'm so excited and so grateful to be a part of it.
Also, Malavika, competition is tough for newcomers because every Friday there is a new launch, a new debut happening. So what are the pressures that a youngster like you has to go through?
I think there's a pressure to be accepted by the people, because at the end of the day, they are the ones who are going to see the film. They are the ones who are going to like you and, appreciate you. So of course there's that pressure. But having said that, it's a beautiful film. Majidi sir has made such a beautiful film, and so I'm really, more than being scared or more than feeling very pressured, I'm very excited to see how people will react to it and what the response will be like, because as a team we are so excited right now and we can't wait for it to release and to see how people are gauging and liking the film. So I really, really hope they like it.
Malavika, your co-star from Malayalam films, Dulquer Salman, is all set to make his debut with the Zoya factor opposite Sonam Kapoor. So a lot of his fans have asked me to ask you, what was the experience like working with him?
He was my first co-star, and I had such a beautiful experience of getting into the world of cinema, because he made it such a wonderful experience for me. He's such a good friend, and he is such an amazing co-star to work with. Definitely one of my favorite co-stars, and I think he's an amazing actor. He is gonna do incredibly well with his first Hindi film, like you said, which is out this year, which is quite a coincidence because both of us did a film back in 2013, and now here we are doing our first Hindi film. So it's quite a coincidence, but I do wish him all the best, and well, I hope we get to do a film together in Hindi, because then we'll have come a full circle. So that'll be quite cool.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and all the very best for Beyond the Clouds.
Bye.